Hello and good evening, friends. Today I am going to talk about a concept that is related to Indian religion. And not only the Indian religion, but each and every religion has this concept with them. And the concept is mysticism. What is mysticism and what is its place in the religion and why it is so a popular way to reach the extreme of feeling also, passion also, and nearer to the God also. Why it is so? So here in this video I am going to discuss about mysticism. First of all, what is it? You better know that in the religion there is the place of devotion, there is the place of worship, there is the place of reaching to the supreme being or unseen being or reaching to the Almighty. And for that purpose, the devotee used to do several things. They used to worship, they used to visit the temples or the places of pujas. But mysticism is something which has to do with the complete different way of methodology compared to the traditional way of doing puja or doing yajna or whatever the things. Mysticism is the way through which anybody can have the highest level of feeling of God. It can be said that it is the unity with the invisible being or the supreme being or the Brahma, as in the concept of Hindu Dharma. But it is to also do with the highest level of knowledge. It means that once anybody has this mystic feeling, then he has the feeling that he knows each and everything. So on the level of feeling also, you will get the highest feeling. Means, what does it mean? It in simple sense mean that whatever the material you are having with, whatever the profession you are having with, whatever the achievement you are having with, a feeling is there associated with each of these situation. And when you have the highest level of divine feeling, then believe me, each and every feelings, this material prosperity, the feeling of post, feeling of money, feeling of being rich, all will become miser and zero in front of that particular feeling which the devotee used to get through the way of mysticism or mysticism at the extreme end of mysticism. So that is the power and the vigor of that feeling, that once that is with you or once you are successful to get that feeling, then no any other feeling will match to the parallel of that intensity and depth of that feeling. So mysticism has to do with these feelings. Now at the level of the knowledge, once anybody reach to the level of that unity of divine, then he feels that he know complete truth about this universe, about this society, about each and everybody. It's meant that he has the highest form of knowledge. And what is this highest form of knowledge? This highest form of knowledge has nothing to do that how much literature you have written, how much narration you have done, how much orator you are, or how much lecture you can deliver. This highest form of knowledge is to do with the feeling only, or is to do with the knowledge of truth, knowledge of reality, knowledge of element, knowledge of substance only. Let me give you one example, that people who used to drink water, they have the knowledge of feeling of thirst also, drinking water also. But the level of intensity of thirst, if will be highest level, then that feeling of thirst, that particular people will be the highest level. Not necessarily he is able to deliver the lecture that what was the level of thirst, or he can write book on that, or he can compose something on that, but still he has the knowledge of thirst. He has the satisfaction of the thirst after having the highest level of knowledge. So on the level of feeling also, you will get the highest level of closeness towards the God. So it will be the ultimate feeling. Also on the level of knowledge, you will feel that you know complete thing about this universe. So this here also you will feel that you are a satisfied guy, you are a guy which has the highest level of knowledge and feeling of the God. Again, on the level of devotion, this is another most important part, is that devotion is also very much important. Those who believe or who has the faith in unseen, in the invisible, in the divine substance or the divine body or the universal principle, universal soul, then they want to show their devotion towards that energy, that I am really a devotee, I am really a committed one, I am really a sacred one, and this is the my level of the devotion, that I have reached to your closer, I have reached to your nearer area, or I am able to successful to communicate with you. So devotion is an important factor when the devotee feels that he has become successful to reach his God. Now the next important point, which is related to this mysticism, is the communication factor. Once you reach to this invisible, unseen, highest level of potential, then the level of the communication which you will be having with will be of ultimate level. It means that you feel that you become succeed to talk with the God. Feeling itself is a communication. Devotion itself is a communication, and knowledge itself is the communication. So on the level of communication, of course, that form of the communication may be verbal or may be non-verbal, but the feeling will come to your mind or to the body, or your feelings will be that you are the highest level of the communicator. You have communicated to the God. You have communicated to the invisible Almighty, who used to regulate each and everything, who used to regulate the universe. So mysticism has to do with this also. So basically, what I have talked that three types of feeling is there: the knowledge, highest level of knowledge, highest level of feeling, devotion, and the communication. All these things are the part of your life when you feel or when you able to reach the level of mystic level or the level of mysticism. Now, what is the way? What is the way to reach it? The first and important thing is that very simple way of reaching this point is meditation. Meditation is a very trial tested and proven method, and it is a very old method. From ancient time, this practicing of meditation has become the part of this mystic person who used to reach out that point of the point of the label where he or she get the ultimate feeling, ultimate passion of each and everything. So meditation is one of the way, and meditation helps you to reach that depth of the knowledge, that depth of the feeling, that depth of the communication, where you have ultimate level of satisfaction, ultimate level of peace, and ultimate level of solace, and ultimate level of ecstasy also, where you feel that wow, a feeling of wow, more than wow, that can be expressed in the word or with the emotion, but of course the feeling is of extreme level. So meditation helps in reaching that point. Next is that you have might be you have listened about the Sufism. There the Sufis, they used to sing song, they used to dance, they used to do such a gesture that they used to feel the vibration of that energy. So Sufism is an also way where you sing song, where you play music, and with the help of that chorus, with that energy, you try to communicate or you want to feel the vibration of that ultimate energy. So this is also the way in the Islam. Sufism is a very popular one, and much number of the Sufi saints, they are said to be the incarnation of the God. So mysticism is also being practiced by Sufism also, but not only in Islam you will get the Sufism type of practicing where you reach to that point. In Hinduism also Kirtan is there, and that is being practices in the ISKCON like organization where the Kirtan is done, Bhajan is done. So this Kirtan and Bhajan has to also do with that mystic conceptual knowledge. With the help of this Kirtan, Bhajan, the people and the devotee try to reach out that point where you have a pulse of that feeling, bit of that feeling, and believe me, that particular feeling is of not too much longer, but in the fraction of second more, even the less than that, but the intense and the pulse and the intensity of that vibration is so much that within a fraction of second you feel that, oh wow. So in the kirtan also, in the bhajan also, this particular feeling can be, anybody can reach. Again, the way of that mysticism is automatically also. Maybe you visit some shrine, some temple, some girjaghar, some other holy places, and automatically it happens that you have such type of feeling in your life. Not necessarily that you are eager to meet the God. Sometimes it happens that even God wants to meet you, or he or anybody, if he is interested in God, he has visited to that place, then maybe that some feelings comes to his perception, or it comes to his mind, or comes to his senses, that is of ultimate nature. So sorry, mysticism is not only the process in which a devotee used to reach to the God, it is also process when the God reach to the devotee. And again you will feel like that, wow, who has communicated to me in such a beautiful manner, in such a vibrant manner, or in such a prolific manner, that you will be astonished by that. So it is also the process in which the God can reach to you with his own way of modalities, with his own, which is totally undiscoverable, or which is uncoded. So this is also a way where you can get the mystic feeling. Again, mysticism is also related to the commitment and the thrust of you to being unite with the ultimate. What does it mean? That the more the level of the thrust in you for the search of ultimate, or to unite with the that ultimate power, you will get that much feeling according to your thrust. It means that you need 20 rupees, then again you will earn that much money only. But if you need 20,000, then again you will crave for 20,000. So again, the level of the thrust and the level of desire in you to meet with the ultimate, that has to do with the mysticism. And that much amount of that ultimate feeling, or that great feeling will comes to your body and the mind. So this is also a part, concept related to the mysticism. So whether this exists or not, the next that point that is very important, that whether this exists, or is there any scientific evidence or not. Of course, if you will, or anybody will talk to establish or think to establish this scientific approach, then again the success will not be there, because scientific approach has some other processes, some other limited area. But this particular mysticism is beyond that scientific level. This is beyond the explanation, beyond the literary work, or beyond any of the oratory work. Nobody can express the feeling of mysticism. Nobody can decode it in other way or form. When it will be converted, then again it will be something else only. If I will start describing that feeling, then I will be describing something else only. It is to same like to define the air, like to define the water, like to define the sunlight. So scientific approach, if you will talk, then it is not with this mystic feeling. This particular feeling is to do with the inner self only. So if you will try to formulate it, try to narrate it, or try to document it, then it will not be, it is not possible. Just anybody can say, but he can't express up to that success, which particularly express that feeling. So scientific evidence is not there for this. Of course, you have to be faithful, you have to be committed, you have to be devoted. But of course, you are not losing anything. It doesn't mean that it is related to some dogma or some other things. You are enjoying by listening music, like praying, like meditation. You are enjoying the other part of the life. You are enjoying the health. You are enjoying your surroundings. You are enjoying your own body. You are enjoying your own soul. So you are not losing anything, or even you are not in impression of something deceiving or like that. So if it is not been scientific, then it is nothing to do with any of the dogmas or any of the superstition like that. So mysticism is ultimate truth. Yes, we have the belief. We have belief in the system. We have belief in the country. We have belief in our society. We have belief on ourselves. We have the faith in other person also. So believing ultimately itself is not scientific, okay, but still the people has a faith and believe in the system. So again, this is the faith and belief in the almighty, that there exists a personality who used to motivate us, who used to give energy to us, or who used to guide us in any of the difficult situation. So basically this concept is a very positive concept, very enjoying concept, and really the life keep on changing, and once you get that feeling, then of course the life becomes very dynamic, very happening, and there are lots of words still to express that feeling, but of course this is a phenomena. So for today's that much only. If you have to say anything, you can comment, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, please get it subscribed. I am eager to communicate with you with more video, and in future also I will be coming with some more interesting topic. Till then, bye bye.